Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the very first markup video in this series of markups. What I'm going to be doing now is marking up different pairs every single week, all the way from the 4-hour all the way down to the 15-minute. And what I'm going to be doing with this is showing you guys exactly what I look for in a 4-hour time frame from a pair such as US30, or what I look for on a 15-minute time frame for US30. And it's going to show you two different ways to trade, either going with the whole swing or trading it day by day by day. Now, what we're going to do today is mark up US30 as our first video. My favorite pair is US30. And from there, we'll go along and pick different pairs as you guys comment down in the chat box below what pair you want next and do more videos on those. With that being said, guys, what do you need for markups? You need TradeView and you need your favorite pair. So if you like Great British Pound, if you like US dollar, if you like NAS 100, if you like US30, go with your favorite pair and you could start marking it up the way I do it or the preferred way that you want to do it. With that being said, let's get started with the video. Now, we are in the 4-hour time frame. This is a chart that already has been marked up for quite some time. I mean, this chart has been marked up all the way since March 8th. If we go back, it's even marked up from previous experience. But let's go over to a different chart. Let's go into this chart where it's green and red. It looks solid. Let's delete everything. And let's go over to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, the very first thing that I want to see is an area of resistance, an area of support. So instead of going back all the way here and start marking things from back here, I'm going to mark things from where price action is at. And price action is right here. So the first thing I'm going to mark is my high. My high is this area right here. This is my high. And I'm going to mark my low. My low is this area right here, because this is the lowest point the market got to in the price action zone. So we can see that this is our low previously, this is our low today. And this was actually a signal, this was actually a trade that we caught due to me sending out a signal. If I go back to the other pair, we could check it out. You guys could see it right here. We go to the 15-minute time frame and we see here that we caught the signal perfectly. The market had a double top and came down perfect, and here's actually the signal where I call it out at 11. TP1 hit, creating a double top. I'm sure it will break down and hit TP2. Broke down perfectly, TP2, TP3, TP4, smashed all the way. And then this is another signal that I called out, about an hour ago. And it hit TP1, currently waiting for it to hit TP2. Actually, it just hit TP2. So that's 100 points or 1,000 pips in profit. But let's get back to the demonstration. If we get back here and we go over to the 4-hour time zone, the very first thing that you looked at, or the very first thing that I looked at, was where is the market trying to get to and why is it trying to get there? We clearly see that the market's creating higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. The market then created a higher low, tried to create a higher high and failed, and that's why I entered the market on a higher time frame perspective, due to the fact that it failed here and it failed here, right? And ultimately it surpassed it. Now, when the market got to the bottom, that's where I put my exit, due to the fact that it was only going to reach this area unless it broke down and created a lower low. So if we go over now to the 2-hour time zone and look at things from a much easier perspective, where we could see more candles forming, we see very easily that the market had we see very easily that the market had a double top. It's just a very easy thing to say. Now it's going to go back to retest and probably come down below. What we want to see the market do is break through this support right here, which is resistance here, and reach this area where there's going to be another area of support right here and breach past it. Due to the fact that there's a lot of volatility here, it could create a lot of volatility right here, breaching past it. And that would set us up for about right here, 153 point move, or down here, a 461 point move if US30 continues to come to the bottom. Now, that's what I see on the 2-hour perspective. So from the 4-hour perspective, we're selling. From the 2-hour perspective, we're selling. Now we go over to the 1 hour. And in the 1 hour, we see that the market, again, went up to come down, to go up, to come down, to go up, and it reached only this area where the market ranged here for a couple hours. It ranged for about, from here where the range starts to where it breaks through, 13 hours. And now we see that the market's going up to retest and probably come back down. Now, what happens if the market does this? It comes down to go up, to go down, to go up, and then go up. Then here, we have two things to do. Either we could trade it, going with the trend, which I wouldn't do in this scenario, or we could counter trend trade it. If we counter trend trade it, our stop loss could be super tight. I mean, the stop loss here could be 50 points, and your take profit could be all the way to 400. So it's a 1-to-9 risk to reward. It's a very solid setup. But if the market overall just comes back down, if the market from this scenario goes down here to go up to come down, again, we want it to break through this support, So now we go over to the 30-minute, and from the 1 hour, we are waiting to see what it does before we sell or buy. Now we go into the 30-minute. In the 30-minute, we see strong candles moving towards the bottom. We saw a nice approach for the bulls to go up, but it ultimately stopped. We see that the market now has been taken to the bottom. And the important thing to look about this, or to see about this, is that there was support here, support. It broke past the support. So that's very important. And now we go over to the 15-minute, and we see in the 15-minute that the market actually is going based off this line right here. We see that this is the first touch. This is the second touch. Could there be a third? Could there be a third? That's the main question you want to ask yourself. And then the next thing you want to do is, from this point to this point, is start grabbing this, and it's creating a triangle. So most likely there's going to be volatility during the London session where the market will perhaps break down. I'm actually selling the market. I started selling the market all the way up here from this point right here. And currently our take profit is right here. It's 200 pips, 2,000 pips. And our stop loss is 600. And it's a risk reward of a 1, 2, 3. And the signal is right here. If we type it out, Telegram, and we go here. This is the free channel. This is the VIP. We go here, and this is the signal right here, which I have to update it with TP2. But it already hit TP2, and I'm actually selling the market all the way to 400. And 400 happens to be right here, which is right at this area. So let's see what it does, but this is a very simplistic markup of US30 from the 4 hour all the way down to the 15-minute. And I actually showed you guys where I sold the market precisely. With that being said, guys, please comment down below what pairs you want to see me break down next. Thank you so much for watching,